Alright. Good evening, once again, for another attempt at going through, well, actually the shield. Of going through and fighting the giants successfully. Need to just slightly get the Nerves of Steel timing back in. I still don't like the elites doing that shit. Right, enemy damage you take. No, I'll keep what I have. Then, not entirely sure what stat I'll go for, so for now I'm just gonna... So for now I'm just gonna take whatever is most health. Also, if I saw it correctly, it pierces. Shots pierce the first target. Yeah, also it apparently pierced like all targets. Because it killed 4 rats in one hit. Still a great weapon, the Nerves of Steel. Absolutely great weapon. I don't think I'll go with it, though, for, like, long term. But maybe I do. Like, I still do like the... I still very much do like the tactics weapons, the ranged weapons, so maybe I'll just go with them. Where do I go? Up. No spikes there. This was not the worst challenge room until now. Was actually a very nice challenge room. I think the first one I managed to do without taking any damage. I honestly do like every single weapon that has like a guaranteed crit attached. And to be fair, this one's not guaranteed. But if I fuck it up, I know at least that it is my fault. It was my fault that I fucked it up. Alright, so this is Toxic Sewers. I still intend to go to... I still intend to go to the tick and try to hunter grenade them. Or at least like one of them. Why did he hold up a shield? I was behind him. So no to the Toxic Sewers. I still need there's a carrot. Well, later. There's Castlevania to the right. Just to trigger the Explorer's Instinct earlier. I hope that the hunter grenade is not to the left there. Oh yeah, well, here's a treasure room. Parry shield. I do prefer that. Also have 47 kill streak. Take that. That's a no for now. I feel like if you want to go for the tactics, you definitely just kind of have to take a ranged weapon. Because you don't have any... Actually, the slow on dodge could be good. That's what... Cake. Was it a tart? I don't actually know what exactly is the difference in between those. Also, I completely fucked up the parries, the crits there multiple times. Alright, what do we have? Tactics. Actually, I don't care because I need the hunter grenade anyway. This is probably Arboretum. Yes, yes. Okay, so the hunter grenade was to the left. Instead of Face Tusk. And then off to the Arboretum, yes. I hope it's not cursed. Okay, thank God. Otherwise, yeah. Just trying to get to the... Just for now, trying to get to the tech once again. Ooh, crossbow. Scavenged bombard. Inflammable oil, toxic cloud, victims' remains explode. Like, I do like the bombard. I don't think it's the best deployable, but it's kind of funny. However, put that on the R. Then... get me... what? Not acrobatic pack, ranger ski, ripper. I don't actually know how far away the enemy needs to be for the tranquility. You know what? Let's take that. And see how well it does. It's probably not gonna be good for boss fights. Alright. That is honestly not actually that much, but I think it might be enough. Yeah, good evening. Well, good morning in your time then. How, I would ask, like, how was your day, but if it's morning, that's probably not a question you can answer yet. Skip. I don't think I want to reroll that anyway. The birds are still gonna be annoying, especially since the Nerfs of Steel doesn't really do vertical aiming all that much. Okay, then not. I do hope that the prison depths isn't cursed this time. I do like the bombard, it's so stupid. Just have a cannon. But I keep what I have right now. Then... a stun grenade. I do like the stun grenade, but I think I'll keep the deployable. Then anything else in here doesn't look like... Actually, there could be more up there, but for now I'm gonna continue. Would be interesting to know if killing an enemy in front of you with a shot increases the damage you deal with the tranquility for enemies standing behind them. Of course, the Yeeter just immediately becomes active. Though it didn't really help them all that much. Actually, let me ask you a question. Someone once said that the Tesla tank is the best deployable. Would you agree with that? Or would you say another deployable is better? Also, the Nerfs of Steel cannot hit the small mushrooms. That's kind of embarrassing. Like, I do kind of like it. Oh, chicken, turkey. I do kind of like the Tesla turret, but I don't think it's all that good, actually. I think I'm just gonna sell the turkey. Okay, yeah, I guess it depends. Like, if I'm running ranged, I don't mind it taking aggro, because then I can shoot at things. But I can understand if you like focus on parrying or dodging or something like that. Then you might want to take the hits yourself. Ramparts. Okay, so the prison is not here. Cleaver, you mean the saw blades on the floor, right? Okay, I did not hit those spikes. Ugh. Well, thank you for the food. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I do kinda like some of the deployables, like this thing. I kinda adore because it's so tremendously stupid to just have a cannon around. Or did I just hit that guy? Alright. I don't know, like, sometimes I do like that it takes damage from you. That it takes aggro. Like, some of them, I mean, one of them specifically exists to do that. So... So I do like having those around with, like, AoE, with, like, big AoEs. All the stupid mushrooms. And the stupid birds. Oh wait. I just realized the gold trigger transforms if you have enough money. That's kinda neat. I can relate to that, because I've also had experience of that nature. But I still kind of do like the ranged things. There is one, what is it called? The explosive decoy? That is like specifically made to take aggro. And that one, I love to use that with like a big AoE grenade. But yeah, I really don't quite like the... I really don't quite like the Tesla turret myself. I feel like even with the ones that take aggro, there are better ones. Inflammable oil I don't think I'll need. Still absolutely love this bow. I love hearing crits trigger. Yeah, that is correct actually. Like, again, it's specifically made for it. I'm not entirely sure if I want to keep the Bombard for the boss fight itself, like for the giant, and depending on, I think Mother Tick probably beforehand. Can I get a different bow? Starfall Sword, Hokuto's, it shoots an arrow in every single direction, but I don't think that's gonna help me. Alright, some extra cells. To be fair, I need to get through at least one boss to use them. I didn't even know it could do that. I didn't know it could bounce flying enemies. Right, there's a Starfall Sword. Oh, the Flame Turret. I think I prefer the Flame Turret over the one I have. Actually, Starfall Sword and Flammable, if I had both of them, that would be great. Okay, anything else I've missed? Some enemies, but I don't get to the 60 kills anyway. In that case, let us proceed. Crusher also does stagger enemies relatively easily, if I recall correctly. That definitely also helps. Now, because of the curse, get me the damn vigor. I'm surprised I haven't used a single flask yet. Let us see it. Stun grenade. Let me actually just, like... Oh yeah, I can't do it while I'm cursed, right? Oh well, we can do it later. Oh yeah, I have a stun grenade. Right, so they do not keep aggro if you leave. Oh, chicken. Turkey. I'll leave that for later. Right, so that's the curse. Meaning I can now lose the stun grenade again. Absolutely love this bow. Unless the small birds are around. Well, absolute chaos. Absolutely hate those spider walkers. I hate the birds, and they make birds, which is even worse. Yeah, honestly, I have a feeling like most of the burning things are kind of really good. Like most of the things that do burn stuff are on the stronger side. Which is weird, because the burn itself is probably like... Actually, now I think about it, I do like that the different... That the different dots have very different... Okay, stun grenade. Have very different types of how they work, like... The burn that it sets the ground on fire, poison is just a dot. The quintessential dot. And then bleed has like this, the explosion. Which I wonder if they took that from Dark Souls. Damage is actually kind of still fine. Yeah, it basically does outdamage. Wait, does fire have a stack limit? Double notch bow. Parry shields. Take me kunai. Oh, that was close. Stupid birds. Okay, in that case I have a feeling like most of the fire things also kinda stack the fire faster than the poison. Actually, now I think about it, there's one thing that I feel like the poison does better. There's a single thing I feel like the poison does better. And that's the poison cloud after you kill something. Reveals invisible enemies, damage from projectiles is reduced. Yeah, that's fine. I like the poison cloud more. That parry should not have gone through. This is actually cause enemies to bleed. Wave of Denial, legendary. If an enemy is thrown... Like, this is probably one of my least favorite items just in the game. Just straight up, that's a no. Okay, also, we're apparently at the end. Ooh, throwable objects. Throwable objects. Now, before I go anywhere else, teleport Okay, I need to go back to teleport. I mean, yeah. But if you can reapply the poison and have something that goes with the poison, then you're kinda good. Bring that along. Instead of the stun grenade. Actually, keep the stun grenade. I have the throwable. The throwable objects don't actually work because I don't have a melee attack to kill enemies with. That's Ancient Sewers. And there's Mortis of the Banished. So yeah, after consideration, the throwable objects won't actually work, I think. Get me burped tips. Alright, let's see if I can beat that tick. And yeah, the throwable objects won't do any... I wanted to pick them up, not sell them, but I guess it's fine. Holy shit, you hurt. You're gonna have to have a nap here. Alright, now I need to wait for my grenade again. And it's the outfit! Wonderful. Ah, so that was worth it. Oh well, next time then. Damage you take is inflicted on enemy, damage from projectiles is reduced. I think I'll keep the invisible enemies thing. Though I can very clearly see these enemies, they just run away like bitches. Oh well. I'm already used to getting the outfits instead of anything useful. Ooh, medkit. Now, unfortunately, that was the only hunter grenade I had on hand. I still like the stun grenade. Now, that is not a challenge room, unfortunately. I do enjoy basically like three-shotting these guys. Would be better if I could one-shot them, but well, can't have everything. Like you said that you need to fight the elite tick for that item, right? So just trying to get lucky. I don't want to pick it up. I want to I don't think I'll care for money all that much. Though to be fair, I still do have the damned vigor, don't I? You know what? Fuck it. Bring it along. 20 enemies. Just need to be careful. Also, I don't have any more flasks. Apparently I used them all. And I didn't even notice. I'd like to not fight that elite. Well, so much for that. But I think it's only the room one. What? He couldn't catch it. And now if I go to the tick again, it's I have the chance of getting the outfit again. Well, that sucks. He didn't catch it because he was stunned. I stunned him too early. It was well, it kind of makes sense that I have to manually catch it, but I thought he just has to stand there. God, that sucks. Oh well. Oh well. Like, that's the biggest problem I have with kunai. You kind of just run out and then you stand there. Like, it has basically exactly enough to get the 5 stacks to kill something. Ooh, cherries. If anything has more than 5 stacks health, you throw them away. Yeah, that would have been even worse, that's true. To be honest though, if I had the blueprint I wanted, I don't think I would have taken up the curse. Okay, so it does count as taking damage, even if you don't take damage because you have temp HP. That's good to know. Why do I not have the cat out? Ooh. Better kunai? Increase your movement speed, damage to the burning target, victims freeze, launches a grenade. More damage when you're at max health, I think is better. And so I can sell them for money. That's honestly not a bad idea. I don't think I'll do that because I do not. What is more health? 358, 421. Because I just hit everyone. Like, I hit everyone until they die. That's my entire MO. Tactics. Do they pierce? No. I'm just thinking. Because I have a feeling like the magnet grenade could be kinda neat. Could be kinda neat with that. You know. If I find anything with damage from a bleeding target, that could be good. Or more damage to a bleeding target. Also, are the damage numbers for the various poison, for the various dots different? And I mean for like damage to, because what I've noticed is that burning generally has like 40% more damage to burning targets, while poison has like 80% more damage to poison targets. Okay. So you could assume poison to be basically just a... Poison to basically be just a... What would you call that? A damage debuff. A take more damage debuff. If you have the necessary weapon for it. And since it's also the easiest to apply, like I think most, I think poison is more relevant, like more often on weapons than other things. Ah, I thought I was behind you. Otherwise, yeah, actually, Christmas is coming closer. Have to look forward to. Have to get like items ready. Okay, so the shop is over there for the hunter grenade. That means I have 20. I have, yeah, 22 health missing. I can just sell those. I honestly kind of look forward to Christmas. It's always nice to see the family. Even though they're not really that far from me, so I could go see them whenever. But all of them at once, not that much. Sell the kebab as well. Then 6,000. That does give me like one item. Then I hope the Moras isn't cursed. No, there are never enemies before the first tick. So just get it in and rush through could be successful. I don't like this choice. I don't like these choices at all. More damage to a bleeding or a poison target. Toss the shark. And it does stun for quite a second, if I recall correctly. It doesn't damage doors. That's interesting. Get me... what did I want to take? Networking. Okay. The auto aim on that is definitely massively appreciated. Always. Oh, down here. So technically... Ow. Ow. Of course... The shield is a problem. Okay, you know what? Fuck. I fucking missed. And now all the knives are in him. Misericord. Sure, of course, why not? That Misericord will kill me. No mistake about that. Ooh, giant killer. You know what? Oh wait, that's plus 100% damage taken. I'll bring that along later if I don't forget it. Then, tactics. Actually, the Misericord is not a ranged weapon, is it? I should have taken that Snake Fang. Nah. So I just need to make sure they're below half health. And if they are... Ah, fucking hell. I put my leg recently and... hurts. Moving it. Nothing else. Right. So I kind of just have to make sure that I hit... that I hit enemies to half health and then hit them with a Misericord. Because apparently damage is fine. Not on these guys, though. Bonk. Like, honestly, hitting people with basically like a stake. Not bad. If only it wasn't a curse weapon. Three, four, 5. 3, 4, 5. More into networking. Let's see what we have in here. How long does the networking last? 8 seconds, right? Yeah. A chest. Gladly taking that. A root grenade. You know what? Yeah, take that. Electric shock or the war spear. Both are for now and no. And currently Misericord is not really necessary because even if it's the legendary version, oh yeah, you can parry that. You can parry them being thrown. Morass of the Banished is cursed. Well, that kinda sucks. Also, I just realized I have the downward attack smash burns the ground. Poison has no effect on you. Downward attack smash burn the ground. I'd rather keep the low damage one. Then, any more enemies? No. In that case, to the left. Back to the left and find the prison. Kind of interesting. Like, Christmas is always kind of very booked for me because I also have birthday in December. And multiple of my acquaintances have their birthday in December. And also, for some reason, everyone in my family except me shares a single Amazon account. So whenever anybody needs to buy anything without the others knowing, they'll ask me, and then I have to just basically go in debt. So I can order all of the presents for them. Actually, I don't know if it's normal to share your Amazon account with your family. No. No. Nah. Also no. Do you have one that deals more damage against... Oh, it's damage on a stun target. Sell that. I think I might want to... I think I might want to reroll their stats. Yeah, I think I might want to reroll those two weapons. Ooh, turkey. We eat turkey extremely rarely. It's always kind of good when we eat it, but apparently it's expensive. I wouldn't know, I don't buy food. The only food I buy is bread and slices of sausage. Another shop, huh? Tactics. Like, if I can find a cocoon, that would be amazing. And I think I'll reroll those weapons. The kunai, best case I get poison damage, like additional damage to poison targets on the kunai and damage on bleeding targets on the Viper Fang. Can you tell me? I never paid attention. God fucking damn it, my leg hurts. I never really paid attention, but can you tell me, can the weapons get the additional damage for the status they proc themselves? Like, for example... Ow. Ow. Well, there's the turkey still. I can eat that. Like, for example, the Viper Fang on poison. Or the kunai on bleeding. I don't think I've never paid attention, but I don't think I've ever seen it. Right. I kind of thought it. Kind of thought that would be the case. Oh yeah, biters. Not a parry. Can I go further to the left? I don't think so. Yeah, that's probably the... That's probably the prison down there. Nope, this is probably the prison. Yeah. Of course that'd be a Viper Fang. Why wouldn't there be? Alright, let's go grab that. Just to see if it already has what I want on it. Damage to the stun target, flammable oil, no. And it's less damage. And the giant killer, I think I'll just toss that. Right, now, damned vigor. Okay, but that's to be fair, that's not technically them applying their own, like, getting the damage on their own status debuff. Like, because they don't actually apply burning oil on enemy. So... Do I upgrade you? Yes. Bleeding top? Well, that was a fucking throw. Oh well, maybe the more damage helps. Plus 3 ammo. Nah. Was worth a shot. No, I don't actually want to go in there. Alright. What do you offer me? That's the sadist stiletto, isn't it? Can I actually? So the sadist stiletto definitely does have a attack progression, like a combo. Alright, that worked rather well. Unfortunately, no bird to simply trigger that off. Oh. Alright, curse lifted. I still take the double damage from my weapon, but... Wait a second. I just realized I apparently can still get blueprints from the priests. How did I not notice that before? Alright, it's just empty. What do you offer? Nothing. Do I just take, like, the priest item? Nah. Also, if I recall correctly, the priest just is replaced with something else now. Like, I do like the amount of damage this does. I hate that it doesn't really stagger them. And I wonder if that's because it's like a kunai. Also, I forgot my cocoon is on cooldown. Let's see if I die in here. Downward attack burns the ground. It's like an upgrade, so I'll take it. Yep, that's a death. Oh well. Alright, try again. I really should just stick with my favorite weapons, or my favorite weapons. Sure. Like, the vampirism is not gonna do anything for me here. At least not while I have, like, the crossbow. Alright. The enemies that hit you freeze. Never seen that one before. Don't really care for it though. It feels kind of weird because for most things I'm like, it's completely fine. It's basically a second wind mechanic. I mean, that's just straight up a second wind mechanic. But then in that room I was like, fucking rub it in, will you? Like there was no shot I could get at anything within the next 2 minutes. Oil sword. What do we have? You... A biter grenade, like it's better than the vampirism. The vampirism is not going to do anything for me. That's the toxic sewers done. I believe. Okay, it's just an item. With some money. I can't believe they copied Overwatch like that. Ooh, I do like the wolf trap. Ow. Yeah, toxic sewers. Okay. I haven't seen the hunter grenade thing yet, have I? No. Okay, check to... No, to the right is Castlevania. I can see it, yeah. So it has to be up here some... Well, found it. The wolf trap should actually give me enough time to pull in anything that I've... that I catch with the hunter grenade. What item do we have here? Anathema. Anathema is a fun word. It's kind of weird that it's a word I actually only hear in like role-playing systems. And Warhammer 40k. Alright, this is... Yep. This is the exit then. And I assume to the left is just a promenade, but I'm gonna check anyway. Don't want to miss any possible scrolls. And croissants. And guts. And other delicacies. And then the promenade, yeah. Fucking... Just fucking stupid. And the other item is also cursed. Wonderful. Well, in that case it's gonna be an immediate vigor. Get me that damn vigor. I think from the cursed enemies there are also some I can still grab, like recipes from. Maybe I should just do that. And of course I jump into every single flower. What do we have down there? Cards. I still love this combo. Okay, go sell them. Then... I haven't seen a single cursed enemy yet. And there's a shop. Tactics weapons. I do still like the quick bow as well. Nothing I can afford. Okay. Nothing that I would want to afford, so... Alright, so this is empty now. Fucking hell, I did it again. Down and to the right. Yeah. What kind of asshole lied to me and told me this area is cursed? Also always such a waste of cells to just grab them and then die. Is that a big old radish? Radish apparently very popular in Japan, I've heard. Also, I feel like there's spikes down there. Wait, does this poison? No. A battalion enemy is suffer bleeding and this poisons the enemy. Alright. Chest. Vampirism, that's a no. What else do we have down here? Ah. Finally, a cursed enemy. Okay. Maybe I should just take the Damned Vigor and the one that heals you when you ever remove curses, and just go run with that. And grab all the curses I can get. Alright, so there's a downstairs still I can go to. Lucky, very lucky. And it is not the exit door. A boomerang. No. I definitely need a better weapon for the giant. Like, this is not gonna face the giant at all. And I also either need a one-handed weapon and a shield, or any weapon and the cocoon. Ooh, baguette. Le baguette. Stun grenade? Wait, I chose tactics so there can't be a stun grenade. Right. Further to the right then. Ramparts, also cursed. Or to the left and look for the prison. 2 cursed enemies. And I hit a 3rd. Stop. Okay, that was very lucky. Also, it curses 10? No, it curses 5, doesn't it? These guys. Alright, curse lifted. Okay, 2,500 damage in, like, the Arboretum. Not bad. Not bad at all. Honestly, I kind of prefer the cocoon over the shield now I think about it. Barnacle, that's a no. Then. Otherwise, yeah. Yesterday we were actually in, like, I had a 11-hour meeting, which... absolutely hate those. Always feels bad to come back home like 3 hours later than usual. Especially because public transport, not great. Like we're definitely not the worst public transport country, but that doesn't make it really all that much better. And then half my workplace is sick. 30, I need 60, I believe. Can you does it matter when you get the 60? Like, do you have to have them when you go through the door, or does that not matter? You know what? Sure. Explosive crossbow. Morass. Also, it's a double damage crossbow. Fuck. Okay. So you just have to hit it once, that's good to know. Okay, get that curse off me. I should have honestly read what the crossbow does before I picked it up. Tactics weapon. Oh, because it's on that one, right. Victims slow down all nearby enemies when they die. It's also a bit more damage. I'll take that. And then I don't think I'll take anything else. I'll hope for a cocoon in the future. And then there's a spite sword, which I don't think I care about. Wait, where's the... Oh, the prison depths over there. How did I miss those? Okay, its damage, its crit, a lot weaker. But I guess it's fine. Eat a la baguette. Baguette is kind of mediocre. Definitely not my favorite bread. Croissants are better. Though I don't know if they actually count as bread. Get me the frostbite for now. And then we hope we can just blow everything up. Well, Spartan sandals. That's probably gonna be a no. I'm just gonna put in the backpack for now. I don't know what died there, but it died there. How much damage is it? So this deals 11,000. How do you crit? How does the crosshead hit? Crit. How does the crosshead crit? It doesn't reload like the heavy crossbow. Oh, what do we have there? That's a legendary Coom. Do I care about that? Okay, so direct hit. The Coom. While you're airborne, there's additional damage if both you and the target are airborne. You know what? Fuck it. It's better than the sandals. He just kind of reset. So the correct combo is if they're next to you, hit him with a crossbow and then hit him with a bolt. Or just knock him down, that's also fine. Then, okay, to the left, go to the shop there. Skills. Actually, I can't really take any skills right now because I want the... there's the cocoon. I would love to take you. But unfortunately, I cannot. Well. Die from a short illness. What? How did I get that? What do we have? Okay, twice the iron stick and the double notch crossbow. What else? Ow. I don't know why this leg hurts so much. Oh well. Stick with shield and then the crossbow. Oh, okay. I didn't even notice there was like I don't think it I didn't notice there was a knife thrower there, but then again they're invisible, as I just recalled, so it makes sense that I didn't notice them. Okay, get through you first before I start killing things. Makes sense. Dodging. Yeah, that's better. Then more of that. There's nothing up here. Why can't I go up there? Alright, at least I'm getting better at these. Amazing! No damage. This is why sometimes I'm thinking whether or not you should take the frostbite during the prison depth, because the prison depths and the corrupted prison similarly are very restricted on space. So sometimes I'm thinking whether or not it makes sense to actually take them, take those mutations there. Well, that was damage hit. That was damage taken. Bonk. Bunk stick. Then that's toxic prison, yep. Bonk. I need to learn the exact timing when you get the parry hit again. Yeah, toxic sewers. Now to the left is Castlevania. I know where the hunter grenade is. It is very nice of them to completely block stop time. When you are in the hunter grenade room. Holy shit, that counted? Well, unfortunately, gonna have to say no. Also, Eyes is 50% more health than Guts. I feel like Guts would be more healthy. Stop jumping. Right. I should probably go for a little bit of health as well. What? Amazing. This is probably then... Yep. That is... Arboretum. That means there is some item behind that. Also, I just realized whenever they do the ground smash, they kind of just like stand around for a second. Croissant. Hello. Good evening to you. What do we have here? Just money. A door. No, it is not. It is a I'm trying not to fuck up stream. Like, I wouldn't even consider speedrunning anything before I haven't beaten it. Root grenade could be for this. Well, it isn't. I'm only on boss cell 4, so I do not consider the game beaten. For a while. and I don't really like speedruns, so that's probably the more important factor in that regard. What does my stick actually do? Can I be interrupted? Alright, victim slow. Now get me the frostbite once again. Like, I'm definitely not on any level to speedrun this game. Yeah, I mean, okay, I should elaborate. When I think of speedruns, I don't think of going really fast through the game. I'm thinking of glitches. Because unfortunately, that is what most speedruns devolve to. That's a time. And that was lucky. This is part 47, took that about 2 hours, so 100 hours on stream, and I think like 20 or 30 hours. I can actually just check. According to Steam, about 180 hours in total. I forgot that you can just check that. So, in the grand scheme of things, not that long actually. It's actually not even in my top 10 game time games. Well. Damage attack is inflicted on enemy? No. Kill that guy. Stupid mushroom. I just now realized that it deals damage on parry as well. And not just on the hit that follows it. To be fair though, I kind of play the game rather sporadically most of the time. As in like in between Metroidvanias. Which, I need to check which Metroidvania I want to play next. I absolutely hate this guy as an elite, but let's see. Not difficult at all. I just don't want to hurt myself. Prison ups there. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, like, whenever you make progress, you start liking a game more because you make progress. Like, it's... To be fair, you also helped a lot with that, because there were a lot of things I did not know that you told me. Morass have banished directly here, however... Where was that? I saw you there. Just 500 money. Thanks for that, by the way. Should go to the treasure room. Do I take the cleaver? It's only cleaver is only red, huh? So it's 95% of projectile and damage up. It's a lot more damage though. And I will need a shield for the giant, I think. Like, if you just do nothing but lose, you kind of stop playing games because of that, because it doesn't feel like you're progressing in any way or getting better in any way. Yeah, weapons, survival. Should have taken the throwable objects. Should have taken the throwable objects. Oh well. That's the spear, isn't it? No, it is the flawless. Right, further to the left. 3BC I think was also the biggest challenge for me. Like, 1BC is like, it's literally just a tutorial. It's supposed to be easy. 1BC took me forever, and then 2BC for some reason was really quick, and then 3BC just kind of did nothing. VBC just absolutely meandered. No. Then, what is more health? Brutality. I like the stick more and more. Even if I'm not using it to parry. But yeah, the problem I had mostly was that I played a lot of Metroidvanias, which, by the way, there's some really good Metroidvanias out there. And they have very similar controls, but they don't have the exact same controls. And then I would always just completely fuck up because I would try and use the left bumper to parry instead of Y, or like X or whatever your weapon is on. If you have games that have completely different controls, that's simpler to play both of them, but if you have games that have very similar controls, you kind of just fuck up. Shop. And so I decided to basically just go finish my Metroidvanias, and after I've done that, I came back here. Stun grenade. Ooh, Cocoon, I love you. Nah. Stun grenade. Maybe I should have just taken the wolf traps. Oh well. Damn it, stop throwing your brother at me. I think it very much depends. There are some where remaps are, and like there are some where I do not understand why something is how it's done. The biggest offenders are, interestingly, like shooter games or like shooter adjacent games, or like third-person action games, I think they're called. Ooh, Common Bear. I hate Common Bear. Where you have to aim, and then the button to aim is like X, and the button to shoot is B. Where like, how the fuck are you supposed to push both of those? But as long as the controls make sense, I kind of just leave them at whatever they are. But yeah, fully remap. I don't think that's also too complicated to like, I'm not a programmer, but I feel like full remap is not really that complicated to program. Could be entirely wrong though. I've heard of others playing the mobile version. I honestly cannot imagine that. That's a no. I really need like a stun grenade or something before I fight the tick. Now, that was stupid once again. Right, I don't think I can do anything else here. So, prison depths to the prison depths I go. Actually, there's a shop there. I should probably visit that. But yeah, it's a great game. Like, it's probably one of the best roguelikes I've ever played. Action roguelikes, I should mention, because, like, I feel like my favorite roguelike is currently, to this day, still, like, Monster Train. But that doesn't really compare to this game. No stun, no stun. No stun. No stun. A lot of crushes, but no stuns. Ooh, scroll fragment, I should grab that. Also, you should, honestly, like, if you like it, that's always great. Especially for whoever gave you the recommendation. Always feels good to give a good recommendation. Actually, I can't really think of any game I play on mobile except for Dungeon Squad. I don't think... Maybe Blooms? Though I only played it on PC anyway, either. Like, some tower defenses. Give me the damned vigor. How far are you in the game? If you got the recommendation recently. Like, how far have you played? Phaser. If only... Actually, you know what? Give it to me over the tonic. I fought Dracula, I believe, also, like, one time. Because after that I just went to the concierge all the time and to Hand of the King. Fuck. Fuck! Again! there are some games specifically for touchscreens where I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like, if you have, for example, a turn-based RPG, that's completely fine with touchscreen. But anything that is action-based, absolutely fucking not. I cannot... There is a mobile version for League of Legends, and I cannot fathom to play that. Okay, to be fair, League of Legends is relatively simple, so maybe not the best example, but... Eh. Good enough. Also, like, how do you play things like PUBG on mobile? Absolutely do not get that. Snap. And then the only... What I really hate about mobile gaming is that everything's a fucking gacha. Hope you have a controller for it. Ooh, Scroll of Power. I should check. Do the drill arm folks, do those have like an extra item that I can still nab? Apparently not. It's a pastry. What kind of pastry? Holy shit, that works on elites? The fucking scissor works on elites? Why? Why does the shit work on elites? Okay, that might make elites in the future a lot easier. Yeah, that is definitely a plan, though. I think the grenade currently doesn't actually deal enough damage to kill the rats. So that's a toxic sewers. There's a flamethrower. That's Castlevania. Everything else is probably to the left of here. No flamethrower for me. It will, yeah. To be fair again, though, I don't really like these scissors. I just find them a bit weird. Like, okay, after learning that you can one-shot elites with it, not really. Oh, that reminds me, I want to download Guacamelee. Play that on stream. Yeah, now that I know it one-shots elites, I might bring it along a lot more. But the problem currently is that I have it slows enemies down on kill, which I kind of want to keep. Croissant. Well, okay, that down there is the promenade. There is one more enemy which I don't really care for. There is no way to lock specific suffixes, right? You always completely reroll the entire weapon. Right. Still, ooh, flawless. Right, so that question has just solved itself. Get me once again Frostbite. You should try the charge attack on the katana. That kind of gets rid of the attack speed, but it's very fun to use. It's exactly what a katana should feel like. My favorite is the kunai. Still. The kunai, I kinda like the flawless. Oh, and absolutely just the Queen's Rapier. The Queen's Rapier is amazing. In general, I'm a big fan of the ranged weapons, though. Can you go die? How many enemies do I need to kill still? The Spartan sandals are fun. The symmetrical lance is amazing, yeah, but it's unfortunately not my favorite. Oh, the fans are also fun. The fans are also fun. Unfortunately, I don't think they're good. Like, even if you get the crit ready, they're still kinda low damage. Ow. Of course it fucking hit me. The Spartan sandals are like a neat concept, but I find them a bit boring from that. Basically, it's a single type of kick. And I do like attack progression stuff. I do like stuff that has combos. Oh, I just realized I have a shield, don't I? It's not the stun shield, it's the... which one is it? Yeah, successful melee parry. I don't know. Mostly I just kick people in the chest, not in the ass. Like, some of these enemies I don't know if they still have anything that could be considered an ass. Also, you shouldn't kick asses, they're amazing animals. Ow. No, seriously. I don't know if you've ever, like... I don't know how common that is recently, in recent years, to just go visit animals. But asses are amazing. Or maybe I should say donkey. They can also be very cute. That is the scroll. Otherwise, what else do we have here? I should probably go grab that health kit. I do wonder whether they'll ever announce Half-Life 3. At this point, I don't believe in it. And at this point, I am absolutely sure that regardless of how good it is, it will not be good enough. Thankfully, I'm not really interested in playing it anyway, so... lucked out on that. Okay, see what's behind the door. Unfortunately, how long does it take? Do you know how long does it take for the hunter grenade thing to pull in the blueprint? Is it like 3 seconds? Yeah, I had a feeling it's about 3 seconds. Because in that case, the 2-second force field will not be enough. And I'd still kind of need a stun grenade of some kind. Or throwable objects. Also, if you haven't unlocked the stun grenade yet in your game, I would recommend unlocking this, not the stun grenade, the hunter grenade. That's very useful to unlocking even more stuff later on. There. Fuck. I thought I'd hit him. There's an elite, which are immediately aggro. Burn the ground. It's the same, but worse stats. Okay. Anything else I've missed? There's a shop room. Which I should definitely just go ahead and nab. And what shop is it? Skills. Stun grenade. Ooh, stun grenade. Perfect. And now I just need to go through get through the prison. Without dying, preferably. Should not have done that. But, well, you learn, you live and learn. A light sword and gun combo. Wait, which gun? Oh, do you mean like the machete? Like, I think it's the absolute most damage you can do if you attack every frame possible. Huh. Have I completely missed a gun item? I don't think I've ever noticed a gun. But no, I generally only see it as a general, like, way of calculating, of seeing what deals more damage. I don't actually ever look for the exact numbers. So I've never really paid attention to that. But yeah, if you attack for every hit, if every hit connects, you should deal about the the DPS damage basically. And that shouldn't, I don't think it's ever the same as the actual damage number you pull. Right, I don't need a shop. I have what I need. Waters of the Banished. There's the Ramparts. Fuck. Ah, of course I jump in this stupid flower again. Okay, there's a prison. What's on the right then? A soldier grenade. I don't care. Also, all the bullets stuck on the enemy, that is only for the barbed arrows relevant, I think. Damned vigor, damned vigor. Like for the mutation for the barbed arrows. Alright, what do you offer me, Cursed Chest? A quick bow. Victims remains explode, shoots and are in front of you. You know what? Fuck it. Over the infantry bow. Yeah, like, as mentioned, I don't think it's ever gonna be that relevant because of this fucking bird. Because most of the times, most enemies will like take 1 or 2 hits. I feel like most enemies, if you're scaling, take about 1 or 2 hits. In which case, the DPS isn't really that relevant. You know what? Fuck it, crossbow. Leg hugger. Some guts. Oh yeah, crossbow. I have a feeling I want this thing with the wolf grenade. Also, the DPS does not take everything into account. Like, this weapon deals additional damage against rooted targets. That is not in the DPS calculation, I'm pretty sure. Okay, in this case it might be because it's crits, but if you have anything that is like deals 50% extra damage to enemies with bleeding, that is not in there. Nope. 175 damage to a frozen target would sound really good, and if the enemies wouldn't immediately get unfrozen on damage. Alright, what do we have? Sapphire Amulet, damage from projectiles reduced, sure. Right, toxic sewers. That's Castlevania. Well, that sucks. He's not rooted. I'm not gonna lie, I really like the repeating crossbow together with the barbed tips, because you stack a lot of barbed tips on them. I don't know if it's actually good though. Maybe I'll just stick with this crossbow. How long does it root actually? For 2.5 seconds. Okay, this is Arboretum. Shop. I still need the Hunter Grenade. You know what? Fuck it. Be survival. Why is the Spartan Sandals a tactics weapon? Right, none of interest. And there's a promenade. Bunk stick. Not today. Ah, up there. Instead of the leg hooker. Also, looking at the time, this is probably my last run today. My last attempt. Because then I'm gonna do other stuff, like prepare for work tomorrow. Which... sometimes dealing with the others is more work than work. And also I'm gonna go read Twitter for like 15 minutes. And with 15 minutes I mean like 2 hours. Right, give me the barb tips. Now I don't need the root crits anymore, because I can just freeze them with damage, with death. Death is the best crowd control. You said... Yeah, have fun and goodbye. Here, Easton, you said that the crossbows count as slow weapons. Is that also for the repeating crossbow? Because there's nothing really slow about this weapon. Also, yeah, that also stacks a bunch of arrows, doesn't it? Well, at least one. Where do we go? To the right. Stupid mushroom. Haven't you taken inflict? No. There's a scroll and a room. I still need a stun grenade or the wolf trap. Take a wolf trap, that's good enough. Also it roots and allows my crossbow to crit. So, might even be better than a stun grenade. The bat. Unfortunately, not right now. The bat having an additional, like, damage on stunned enemies. Also not bad in my opinion. Rest of the Banished. It would be actually kind of funny if this one could have the slows enemy out. Take my enemies from me. More DPS. Cheese, that's... Is that actually an Emmentaler? What kind of cheese is that then? Oh, maybe it's Gouda. It's probably Gouda. Ooh, there's another repeating a lot of repeating crossbows today. Use the first targets. Stun target. You know what? What do we have here? Spreads inflammable oil, and victims burn when they die. Like that sounds like a soft combo. Crusher, if only. I didn't need that crowd control and the hunter grenade. Right, so the prison is on the other side then, I believe. Yep, looks like it. Honestly, all of the crossbows are kind of fun. Because all of the crossbows kind of just have a combo with itself, with like the exception of the heavy crossbow. Which the heavy crossbow does have a combo with itself, and that you can reload it. Which you might consider a combo. Alright, what do we have in here actually? So nope, cells. Also, yeah, more Space King reactions to watch. That is all something I will also do today still. I also need to get myself to push the like button on more videos. I kind of never do that. Guts. Honestly, rooting those guys is probably the single best. Seeing them flail in frustration at nothing because they can't reach you. How do I get back down? Oh. It does have quite limited range though, I have a feeling. Like this crossbow. Actually, all of the crossbows have quite limited range, now I think about it. As in, they literally just stop shooting, the projectiles just kind of disappeared after a while. Like, why do they do that? No. Grant me whatever's my health. Alright, this is the prison. Yeah. In that case, I'm gonna go to the shop first. Skills. Do I... Stun grenade? No, yeah, no, they root for 5 seconds, that's enough. It also increases my damage and it does poison. So if I find a additional damage on poisoned enemies, that's even more damage. Alright, chest, what do you offer? A cocoon! I would love you, but I can't. That also spreads inflammable oil and burns them when they die. Alright, more tactics. And then... I think I have everything. I don't really care for that heavy grenade. Alright, down I go then. Okay, let's see. Damned Vigor. I have a feeling like the biggest ooh, right, I got the 60. That's all an absolute no. Then get me the damned Vigor. Can I? Like, this poisons the enemy. Plus 80% to poison target. Perfect, exactly what I wanted. Then tomorrow I'll play Hades. Well, if I have the time. If I stream. If I have the head for it. But yeah, if I do, I'll play Hades. Oh, well, probably Hades. Damage to frozen targets, 70 damage to stunned targets, spread some flammable oil. Nah. Alright then. Yep. Those are also some that I really like routing. Because they just can't get to you then. I really want to see what they actually have as an item. Alright, that's the curse gone. And then there's actually this week's the Christmas party for my board game club. Looking forward to that. I hope we get some games in. Why are you never rooted? Right, there's still the turkey, which is relatively close to the end, so we should be fine. The wolf traps are like one of the things that are unlocked from the get-go, aren't they? In cases, I have never used them all that much early on. So I'm actually rather surprised I'm using them more now. Wait, can you not root that guy? Two extra jumps, damage is reduced, downward smash. Yeah, would probably be better. Alright, go back, eat the turkey. Which is here. And then a shop, already see the ending, even though it's probably after some, like... Actually, I can't really take a skill anyway, so... Well, that's a problem. My chat just disconnected. And I don't know if that's because of my internet or because YouTube is bad. I'll probably just have to blame it on my internet. Okay, we're back, so it probably was YouTube. Could still be my internet. Right, so if you wrote anything in the last, like, 2 minutes, I probably have not been able to read it. Alright, that was a carrot. Exit jump, it's toxic cloud. Nah. Nah, that's not mine. Stop spamming birds. Oh, there's a challenge room. Let's see what you offer me, except for a scroll. Is there a challenge room in every single biome you go in? Or is it random? Ow. Fucking hell. That nearly killed me. The fucking... Okay, I'm just running into them now. Also, politely opening apparently works better here. Okay, if I see correctly, only the first target is ever routed. Even if the projectiles pierce. But that makes sense because the projectile is always only stuck in the first target. For the barbed arrows as well. Explosive crossbow or the nail. I'll keep what I have. Now you go somewhere. Ancient sewers? No. Honestly, just getting through the prison makes me happy enough. Right. Give me... I don't know. It does count. Okay. That is good to know. For the future, especially with the repeating crossbow. Alright. Come on. Fucking hell, it's the outfit again. What is actually the weapon you meant? What is it called? If the chat is working right now. Like, maybe I already have it. Okay, I just want to go through so I can grab that outfit for the future. Okay, you asshole with your stupid blow dart, you're gonna die. Now I need some healing. I think this area has a food shop, and I have quite a lot of money. So if I find it, I'll be golden. But I'm not gonna go for you right now. I want to try to shop first. We have here Medusa Hut. Nope. Okay, the wolf traps are kind of best. Wolf traps are kind of busted. Just saturation bombardment. There's a door. This could be the shop. It is! You have a big old radish and some pastries. I'll take the radish and the flask. Shoot him in the back. Also 30 kills, I need 60 though. Alright, so I found the exit. Thinking about it, I think the repeating crossbow is probably not that good against Mother Tick. Don't worry about it. The chat kind of just died a minute ago anyway. And as in, like, it stopped working. But no, do you know? Can you tell me? Does the repeating crossbow also count as a slow weapon? I actually can't... no. Got the outfit again. Can you tell me what is the weapon called? Like, maybe I already have it. Also, on the plus side, I at least... Okay, good. On the plus side, I beat the tech. Also, apparently you can kill enemies by dropping other enemies on them. Didn't know that. I thought they'd just take a little bit of damage. It's a big-ass guitar. Okay, no, I don't have a big-ass guitar. I don't even think I have a small guitar. How the fuck did you not get rooted? How the fuck did I not get hit there? That's the big ass radish, that's 50% health, I'm gonna keep that for later. Alright. Kill the other tick as well. Maybe I'm lucky. Nope. Okay, what else to find here? I honestly kinda like this area, like the idea of having two mini-bosses in there that aren't just normal enemies in elite form. But everything else about this area fucking sucks, like fuck these guys. But yeah, big ass guitar. How many different outfits do the tick can you drop from the ticks? Then again, it doesn't really matter because I'll have to get through them. I do want to find all of the recipes at some point anyway. Okay, just the one outfit. Because there are a lot of outfits that are like that have tick in the name. 1, 2. Okay, there's enough enemies up there. That's the lightnings. That's the lightning bolt, is it? Okay, so you have a limit on how long you can set those up. And there are enough enemies in the area still that I can get through. That I can get rid of the curse. There's also another Scroll of Power. I think I'd rather still just avoid the elite if I can for now. Alright. I am nearly dead, but I'm not dead yet. I'm gonna check the bag later. I only just got them. Oh. Eh, really? Can you? How? I kind of have not found a use for them, but I've also never really looked for a use for them. Oh. I thought, does it not just go in a line? Is that the legendary door? That's the legendary door. Oh, okay. Door can't be destroyed by non-boss enemies. Okay, that's kinda neat. I assume you have to have the both corners unlocked first. Like you have to get, for example, like do it here, teleport over there, and then do it over there. I don't know if that's worth doing. Like it's probably really neat for like the 60 kills, but is that actually worth in a normal environment? In a normal like use case scenario? Or like how feasible is it? Oh yeah, because right. You don't necessarily have to have been everywhere. You got a refresh? No. Yeah, yeah. I didn't consider that you didn't have to didn't have to have been everywhere. Now, I have the problem that I don't have the best weapon for. I don't necessarily have the best weapon for Mother Tech. Which is why, as much as it saddens me, I'm gonna get the shield out. And I can't put you, unfortunately, in the back slot. Wait, the third hit. I'm gonna reset my mutations. I will keep the support. Get me some health. You know what? I'll be close range, so it's fine. I do honestly like that if you have that you can sacrifice the little mushroom boy to completely skip this fight. That's a neat little thing they added. Mama Tech. I can't see shit. What the fuck? Okay, so that went a lot better than I expected it to go. Oh yeah, the tick outfits are all from Mother Tick now. Yeah, okay. I don't think I'll take the Mushroom Boy. I think Mama Tick is the my least fought boss directly after Dracula. Well, the Queen, but it's kind of obvious. Okay. Put all of the 500 in here. And then Graveyard. No, that's the... Oh, there it is, Graveyard. Like, how else do I get to a cavern? What was it? Been a while since I've been here. Or the Guardian's Haven. Forgotten Sepulchre and Cavern. Cavern is Slumbering Sanctuary or the Graveyard. Forgotten Sepulchre is just from everywhere? Okay, that makes that easier. Because I'm gonna go to the Stealth Village. That, I believe, is the easiest option, actually. Fractured Shrine. How do I get to... How do I get to Slumbering Sanctuary from here? Apparently I just don't and the map lied to me. Yeah, because I thought you have to go through everything, and, well, in that case I've mostly killed all the enemies. But yeah, makes sense, you don't actually have to kill all the enemies. Also, I could now use a shield upgrade. That, if I saw correctly, had a lot of stuff for burning enemies. Or rather, enemies covered in burning oil. Why is this weapon dealing so much damage? What is this? I think you might have been right. I think I might just never have taken enough scrolls, because what the fuck? I'm not used to this thing dealing damage. Like any damage. Dodging plants a bomb. So what are your modifiers? 15 damage when you're max. Okay, that could be. I wasn't at max HP most of the time. Since remains exposed, shoots an arrow in front of you. Okay. Also, I think the biggest issue is that even if I press as fast as I can, the hold to combo is still faster. Also, you cannot block this. I ignore shields. Alright, there's the capsule, but I sometimes just miss doors in this area. Okay, I have nearly enough for another flask charge, so I will grab that if I can. And don't need any direct healing. Now, another shop. This is probably like what more skill. Skill. I'm not sure if I want the... if I want to keep the door. The victims release a toxic cloud with each hit, which will have exactly one off. Nah. Now the Electrify I don't think stacks, does it? Also with 678 shock DPS around the target for 3 seconds. 678 sounds a lot. Like compared to the amount of burning. But then again it doesn't stack. Like you can only have ever one stack of it, I believe. So yeah, makes sense. That would be a little bit more baseline. Story room. King's banner was on noise. Kidnapping, burning out children. I'm sure I wouldn't do that. God damn it. Fuck you. Okay, damage dropping off. So they can't destroy... Okay. The fact that they can just teleport through the door makes the door a lot weaker. Don't have any... well... Oh, I think I'll take a rook... Ramper... Well... Take a rook grenade. Okay. I think it is time to return to the shop and grab me some food. Actually, I can buy all 4 of them. All 3 of them. Okay, true. Problem is, I don't know how much I care about that. Like, personally speaking. It's probably really good when you can use it, but I can't because I'm not good. Yeah, I can buy all 3 of them. Wonderful. Alright, back over to the east. And then it's probably gonna be the Forgotten Sepulchre. And then I need to check if I want to keep the Soldier's Resistance, or if I want to get another, like, Tactics skill. Also, I just realized the Rook Grenade does not scale off of Tactics, huh? I can imagine, like, I'm pretty sure that was entirely just brought in as a meme. I was about... damage... I am like 100% certain the door is exactly a meme. Also because of one specific glaring issue with it. Like most skills don't really have, or like most modifiers don't really work with it. I had hoped kicking enemies into other enemies would make them deal damage to both, but unfortunately, no. I think I'll remain with my ranged weapon option. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's just there for the crowbar, but it works only with the crowbar. Crowbar is definitely like its best combo. Right then. For Forgotten Sepulchre, I hate you. But you are probably not even the worst I could do here. Right. For the Giant, I'd love to have a Undying Shores. For a Giant, I'd love to have a parry shield. I've forgotten Sepulchre back. Okay. In that case, you would be a stronger man than me. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but the door basically, like, you throw it, and if you hit someone, it deals, like, 5 damage, and then it just stands there until you roll through it. And I'm gonna say roll through it because you said only, so no weapons. And in that case, it's like, it does nothing. I might go to the bank instead. Yeah. Because if I recall correctly, like all of the good modifiers for it, that like it does get the modifiers of deployables, if I recall correctly. So there should be one that is like toxic cloud or burns when destroyed, and that would make it bearable. I feel like. Actually, no, it wouldn't. But that would be your only way of dealing damage. Holy shit, you hurt me. Oh yeah, the bosses would absolutely suck with it. Also, I haven't seen Mr. Hand in a while. No, think about it. Like the enemy type. Oh, there he is. Fuck. I would love to have some healing. I need a food shop. Or at least some food. If you can precisely and you can... So they teleport in and then they drop off again. Yeah, if you can do that, like, regularly, then that would not be bad, but you'd also have to have a ledge large enough that they take noticeable fall damage from it. So... Like, now think about it, is there like anything that you can think of, any weapon you can think of, that would just be straight up impossible to be finished in a that weapon only attempt? Like, is there anything... Okay, yeah, falling on each other, I forgot that they can do that. I also forgot that they can turn around. There's Mr. Hand again. How? How do you beat the final boss with nothing? Like, how do you beat either the King's Hand, or the Queen, or Dracula with nothing? Ah, shit. What is a goo head? I forgot the axe again! That deals damage? Wait, this deals damage? Really? I didn't know that. Okay, anyway, I lost. Yeah, as mentioned, that was the last time. I'm gonna have to try the dot. Like, you can't do anything else while doing it, right? Can the head take damage? It's immune to damage. Interesting. I assume the dot is not very high. And then looking at this, I think I'm gonna go with the left area. When stuck on an enemy, you can move. Interesting. I did not know that. Maybe I should try that at some point. Like, it shoots directly forward, so you could probably just hit someone with it. Yeah. Huh. Anyway, next time it's probably gonna be the left side. I don't know. But yeah, as mentioned, this is it for today. As such, I thank you for watching. I hope you have a nice evening. I hope you have a good night later on. A nice afternoon if you're still early in the day. And I hope you have a nice rest of your... Today is Wednesday, isn't it? Yeah, I hope you have a nice rest of your week. Goodbye.